Hi there. Hi. You just press that button. Guys, I'm making a new video. The last one wasn't very good quality because of the audio. So I'm just going to go for a walk and then just talk. I wanted to show what happened to my to that. If you remember in one of my other videos, I showed that it was snapped in 3 places and it was snapped off. I've fixed it. I've fixed it and I'm going to show you. It's been glued, right? If you remember that I showed that I had been snapped in 3 places by a stick that had been thrown in the room, and it broke it in 3 places. It was just a miracle that it didn't even touch the screen as well. It's insane how it happened. I mean, it was sitting right there, like that, and a bit of wood has been thrown because I was experiencing antisocial behaviour at the time. But anyway, and somehow it had landed. It had landed and just snapped it in 3 places. And it didn't even touch the screen, which is amazing how it didn't even touch the screen. So what I've done is I've glued them together with really strong super glue. You could see the where they've been where they've been connected back together. There's one of them. I'll put it on the. There's a 10 times zoom. Look at that. Oof. Thought it's a bit too zoomy. So there's one there and there's one there. You can see it. So it's just been glued back together. And what I've done, right, so I don't know if you could see but see inside there was a hollow. There was a hollow inside the side of it. So what I've done is I brought some things back with me from the secret garden. And I actually ground it down and I put it inside the hollow. So I did. So it's been glued back together, but this time it's got things inside of it. It's got things inside of it that's well, it's ground up wood from that place. Anyway, so there's just that. So let's just turn the camera around. I'm just going to go for a walk and just make a video, speak my mind. See, one night I was lying in my bed, like I couldn't sleep. Right, and I bought some red tape. It's electrical tape. For my speaker cables. I've just decided to decided to they're doing a bit of renovating in here. I've just decided to put these shapes on the wall with the red tape. Yeah, I'll show you the other one, but the wall's a mess. I don't know what happened. Let me just get my keys and we can go for a walk. Okay, let's go. Should I close the door? Got my keys. So let's go. Alright, morning. Just need to get a bit of fresh air. As you can see, the last video, the audio was terrible. The audio was terrible in the last video because of the wind. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. Boop, bang. There we are. So, what's been happening? What's been happening with you? Huh? Oh, there's the sun. The sun is like, whoa, do you hear that? That sounded like a cow or something. So just go for a walk. I've not really got anything specifically to talk about. I did want to show the video there. Hiya, hello Brenda, how are you? Are you going to work? It's great to see you. I've not seen you in a week. You take care. That's my neighbour. Anyway, so what was I saying there? Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I mean, what would I call that thing I've got there? That the wand. Should I just call it a wand? Did I ever speak about how that come to be? Well, I'll tell you what happened, if you've got the time. If you remember, I need to get a gimbal or something to hold this phone up. That's actually what I'm going to do. To buy some kind of arm to hold this phone up, because this is not ideal. It's really early in the morning. It's about fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so if you remember, I took those images up when I was camping out with the staff that I made, and the fire looked like an eye. It's just strange. Oh wow, is that wind? Everything I do, like eyes. I see eyes all the time. I draw things freehand and I see an eye. See eyes in the clouds. We got images of them. See eyes in my work, in my art come out unintentionally. It's like cosmic awareness, you know. And one time I built a fire. And I was just like picking up like big logs around the place where I was, you know. And anyway, they ended up looking like an eye. So it did. The fire. And I took a picture of the fire with the staff that I had there, because Anyway, but that's where I got that wand from. Because that staff that I had, I left it up there. I lost it. Yeah, beautiful staff thing. It was from a tree root, and I was using it to stoke the fire. I didn't realise that. Well, I should have kept it. Oh, this bridge is a complete mess, man. I'm pointing it up so you don't see any graffiti, you know. So I had that staff up there. It's just a stick, you know. It's just a stick to stoke the fire. Wasn't doing like. I wasn't doing any kind of like magic ceremony with it. Well, maybe I was unconsciously, I don't know. But I wanted to try and find that staff. Anyway, I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. I wanted to, because I went back up to look for it. And so when I went back up to look for it, I came across another thing. I came across like a tree root. Actually, see, when I went back up there, I went back up there specifically to look for the staff, right? I couldn't find it. I don't know where it went. I think I don't know what happened to it. I was going to say I think I put it in the fire for firewood the next morning. But I don't actually know. I hope not. I hope I didn't. Where's the cat? So I went back up, right, particularly to look for the staff, right, and I was, because where I was a really isolated bank on the mainland. There was a back. See how you can, because see Loch Lomond is one of the biggest freshwater lakes in Britain. It's huge. We could. So I was on my boat and I went up to right up to the far end, away from like the main port down at Balloch, like, and at the side you had these like banks at the side, and there was loads of twisty branches and twisty trees, and I'll get to the point. Hold on. And I was just walking. I walked like 20 minutes one way and 20 minutes the other way to try and find this thing, and I couldn't see it. You know, I couldn't even find the camp spot that I was at. And so I thought, oh, I can't find it. I can't even find the camp spot, because I think the water had see the water, because the water's edge was there. The water had come up, and where I had camped was close to the water's edge, and so I think it had just because the water level goes up and down over there all the time. So I think it actually flooded, and that space is not there anymore. So so anyway, on the way back, because I walked to the side for 20 minutes, and then I walked to the other side for 20 minutes. I couldn't find anything. My feet was like soaking, so it was boggy. Trying to find this staff thing, but no, I couldn't find it. So on the way back, there was like a path, and the path went around a tree, right? But see, for some reason, like, something told me to go around the other way. You know, the path's going this way around the tree, man. And so I've went this way, right? I've went that way, and I've found myself like the path is like gone like down a little bit below the tree, and below the tree was like tree roots were exposed, and there was just a perfect piece right in front of me. Perfect piece, what I was looking for, because what I was looking for was something to take back, which was small enough to take back with me. Something for the house, you know, not like a big huge staff. And so I came upon a perfect like thin twisting tree root, and it was like pure, like fresh, and it was just there. It was just right there, man. It was like I'd taken the right turn for a reason. And so I grabbed it and push, snapped it, ripped it out, right? Well, not like that. It was just rip it out like that. Like, I mean, I gave respects to the tree, but I just grabbed it on one side and went tsh, then the other side and went psh. And then and so that's where I found that. As I brought it back, right, and I've had it in my living room, and I was sitting just one day, this is like a week later, and I was just sitting like, and it just occurred to me that I should, because I had stones as well. I had 3 stones that I brought back from a specific place, and one of the stones that I had found was right in front of the mountain, and I had been guided to pick this stone up. That's the stone, it's at the top of it. It's like a quartz stone, and it's like a triangular. type of, well, it's kind of like a pyramid type like shape. So I put that on top of it. Anyway, I was sitting there, I had those pieces there, and something like told me just to like put the stone on top of the tree root thing, and I had some super glue. So basically it all just come together like weird, like naturally. Weird. It all just, hold on, it all just came together, right? And then another, right, so I put the stone on it, and it's just fitted perfectly, you know. And even when I put the stone on top of it, the top of the wand, right, it lifted up. The top of it lifted up, so you got it looks like the roof of a snake's mouth, you know, because it's like snapped at the top, and it's like lifted up. Let me go up this way actually, and so then another time I was just sitting in my room, and I've had an idea to make a handle for it, right? And so I'm sitting and I'm just like, wow, there's a piece of plastic that I could just make a handle, and so I just put that on it as well. And next thing you know, I've ended up with a wand on my mantelpiece that had just been made like completely spontaneously, and all the pieces that I got for it just came into my life like pure organically and naturally, and I didn't actually intend in making anything. It just happened, right? And then it got snapped in 3 places. Okay, did you see that? It got snapped in 3 places, which is really bizarre. How it didn't even break the screen as well, you know. And so if you see in the other video I was speaking about, that's the video, I think, where I was talking about my notebook and the things that I had the things that I'd drawn down when I was in the hospital, and I was speaking about it then, and it was just bizarre how it got smashed into 3 places. And I mean, it's right in front of a screen, right in front of a computer screen, and that didn't get touched, which is insane. How does that manage to happen? Anyway, so recently, well, not recently, it was last year, well, actually, when did that happen? Well, I've actually glued it back together. I glued it back together, and so now, but see the things that I've taken back from the secret garden. You know, when I went up there and I seen the Star of David glowing in my forehead. Seen the Star of David glowing in my forehead. I'm still coming to terms with it, really. I've taken back with me. I took back some items from that place. I took back pine cones and pieces of wood that was around the area. You know, where I lay down on the soil, and I went into a journey inside the earth. I took some of the wood that was around there, and I took that back with me. And I've ground them up. I've ground a piece of pine cone and a piece of the wood that was there that I brought back with me from that sacred special place. I've ground them up, and I put them inside of the 3 pieces that was broken. I put them in because there was a core all the way through it. So I've ground them up. I mean, I wish I'd have taken better. Do you see when it was broken, right? See when those 3 pieces were broken? Inside them there was a hollow core inside that thing. Inside the tree root. I don't know if you could see it on the other video. There was a definite hollow core inside. And so I've ground up what I had, and I've basically ground up the pieces of wood and some of the pieces of pine cone, and I've put it in a powder. It also there was a few stones that I took back. A few stones. So I was trying to grind them, but they were too hard. And I had a feather as well. I had like a bird's feather I brought back from that place, and I was going to try and put some of the feather inside of it, but that didn't really turn out well. So I basically just ground up those constituents that I was talking about, and just basically put it inside the core of the tree root, and then super glued it back together. Right, so see now I've got like a wand on my mantelpiece, and it just sits there. It's amazing. I mean, I didn't intend for that to make that. It was just completely like spontaneous. It's just interesting. It's got an interesting story to it now, you know. Okay. So is that 21 minutes? Wow. Woo! 21 minutes we've just been talking about my wand. How's the audio quality? Is it better today? So you need to watch when you press this button. See when you press that button, there's like a second. There's like a second where it cuts the audio. It cuts the audio. See that button when you switch the camera around? Because you see in the last video I was like speaking and then pressing it, but it's cutting the audio out, and so I had to edit the video, and it just seemed a bit weird. So because it cuts the audio. I think Samsung, why when you switch the camera around does it cut the audio? Is that because of the director mode? See, the director mode, you can have like a... Oh, anyway. Let's just walk up here. Let's just walk up. Aye, the Tiger. It's 888. Oh. Look in your heart, you'll find Jesus. I did. I did anyway. I wasn't expecting it. He just came out of the woodwork, man. Anyway. So, I do a lot of research, right? I do a lot of research every day. I've just found, but see the name for Ben Lomond, the Gaelic name, the original Gaelic name for Ben Lomond, Beacon Mountain. You put that into Gematria, and a lot of results come up. And see one of the results that come up, Lord Jesus, is one of the results that come up when you put the original name of Ben Lomond into Gematria. A lot of interesting results come up, you know. I mean, if you put in Ben Lomond itself, you got interesting results. But if you put in its other name, which is Beacon Mountain, you get some other interesting results. So you put that in, you get 888 comes up, like spelled, like actually spelled, like 888. That comes up. 88 comes up with the Gaelic name as well. It's a very interesting how when you can put things into Gematria and it can come back with its equivalent energy. We're just going to walk down there just now, just for something to do, you know. No, I wanted to try and make videos more often. Let me press this and wait. right? So you need to wait, otherwise it clips. So I like to do videos more often, do them regularly, but I've just got a lot going on right now. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've got this court hearing on Monday. The final hearing. The final countdown. You've got my ex, the mother of my son, is trying to stop me from seeing my son. She's trying to erase me, cancel me out of my own son's life for good. She's making me out to be some kind of villain. Making me out to be a villain. There's a villain making me out to be a villain. Okay? She's an actual villain. We'll get into exactly everything after this is finished. We'll see what happens, won't we? She's actually trying to stop that little boy from ever seeing his father ever again. Terrible. I'm telling you, all this will be here as well. All this will be here. You see this, all these videos, man, all these videos will be here for him to see exactly what was going on at the time. See, at the time I was speaking about it, I was making videos about it. Anyway, there's a lot I don't really want to speak about because it just gets me annoyed. This woman is like barefaced lying. Do you know why she's lying? To get legal aid. See, when you go to family court, you've got to accuse someone of domestic violence to get any kind of legal representation in family court. You've got to accuse people of being of some kind of crime to get legal aid, to get representation in the family courts. That's how bad it is, man. They're not giving people legal aid. You see, people who can't afford a lawyer, you need to accuse someone of domestic violence. Anyway, there's a lot of horrendous activity going on right now between this woman and myself. A lot of horrendous activity, man. It's really awful. It's really awful for my son, you know. You see, my son, he's not seen me in about nearly 3 years. He's not seen me in 3 years. She's kept him away from him because she doesn't want to face up. She doesn't want to face me. But you know what? It's not that she doesn't want to face me. She doesn't want to face herself. You know, because she's guilt-ridden. She must be, because she doesn't want to face me. She doesn't want to take on the responsibility. She does not want to let that little boy have his father. Let me tell you, before we even split up, this woman had another man in her bed. Let me tell you, before we even split up, this woman had another man in her bed. And she had another man around my son. And I mean, we had fallen apart, we had like disconnected because she was incredibly aggressive and incredibly jealous and incredibly uncooperative and incredibly unreasonable. I'm telling you, her true colours have come out now, and see her true colours, she's abusing her son. That's her true colours. True colours are coming out now. I'm telling you, it's all coming out now. She's a liar, she's a thief, and she's abusing her son. She's abusing me as well. No hell, who else she's abusing? She's abusing the courts. She's abusing the police. She's abusing every single system you can. Well, the police and the courts. She's abusing herself. She's abusing me. She's abusing her son. She's abusing the courts. She's abusing the police. She's an abuser, and she's a liar. She's accusing me of things. She's accusing me of being domestic violent when it was her. I'm not domestic violent at all. I wanted rid of this woman, man. She was completely fucking horrendous. She completely, absolutely, uncontrollably fucking out of her fucking mind, mate. Completely off the charts, nutcase, man. And this woman has stole my son. She stole my son. And she's holding him hostage. She won't let me see him. She won't let me see my own son. I mean, I had to go through the family courts. I had to put in a C-100 form because she wasn't even calling me or nothing. She wasn't calling me. Like, she completely, like, she did not want to take any advice from me regarding Logan. Last time I spoke to her, she called me up saying that he was hitting her. And I says, Lisa, you need to get onto his level and speak to him. Stop shouting at him. Because she shouts it. She's an aggressive woman, man. She shouts and screams at a little boy. I'm like, can you stop shouting and screaming? He's a little boy, man. Get on his level and speak to him. Don't be shouting at children. What's wrong with you? So I'm trying to, I wasn't even getting loud like that, but I am now. But at the time I was like, Lisa, you need to get on his level and you need to listen to what he's trying to say to you. What is wrong with him? Now I'm telling you what's wrong with him. All kids do that at that age, and I'm trying to give her some advice, but she didn't want to listen to me at all. She just fucking hung up on me, and I've never spoke to her since. She's never spoken to me since. All I done was try to give her some advice about my own son, and she's completely fucking cancelled me out of his life, lied about me, and just lied through the family courts, and she knows she's lies. She knows she's a liar. But I'll tell you right now, man, one thing I don't do is lie. I'm not deceitful. I don't try and deceive anyone. I can't. It's not in my nature. You see the people who do, they're basically putting their nails in their own coffin. So they are, these people. You don't understand, do you? You don't understand, do you? You don't get it. You don't get it, man. When you lie and be deceitful in this life, man, you're putting the nail in your coffin, mate. You're killing yourself. So these people have not got the capacity to understand what they do, you know. It's very, very awful situation that's going on right now, and so the hearing is on Monday. It's a 2-day fucking shit show fucking clown fest. 2-day fucking shit show. So it is fucking circus, mate. Fucking circus full of liars and child abusers who want to steal my son. And here. That we'll see. We'll see about that. So I will see what happens, won't we? But I mean, I'm prepared for anything. But let me tell you, one thing I've not done in my life is lie and be deceitful about people. I don't harm people, you know, but these people are out to harm. And do you know all the harm is themselves, really. They only harm themselves because they sharpen us, but they make themselves useless. They're only harming themselves. It's really unfortunate. And I'll tell you who it's unfortunate for. It's unfortunate for the children that are involved. You know, and there's my boys getting caught up in this. I mean, people like break up and split apart all the time, but why do the children have to suffer? I'm telling you, see, it's what do you call it? Irresponsible adults that do that. That just make it even more difficult. And let me tell you, this woman, she had another man in her bed, mate, before we even split up. She was on Facebook. She was trying to make me jealous, man. It was her trying to make me jealous. She was on Facebook with this guy, calling him babe and all that, and kisses, and we hadn't even split up. And guess who she had? She was on Facebook, right? In a photograph with this strange man on Facebook. guess who was in the picture? My son. My son. So guess what? My ex-partner was on Facebook before we even split up. Lisa Marie White. She was on Facebook. She had sex with another man before we even split up. And by the way, she was on Facebook with another guy. In the photograph with another guy with my son in the middle. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? Before we even split up, she was having sex with another man, and she was taking photographs of herself and my son and putting them on Facebook, and they were calling each other babe and kissing. I mean, I want nothing to do with this woman, man. I want absolutely nothing to do with this person. We split up for a reason, but we hadn't even officially split up. The communication broke down. Because she's an abusive, hideous woman. I found out. And so basically she was taking photographs of her, this other man, and my boy, in the same photograph. In the same photograph. Right? This is before we had even officially split up. So she's taking pictures of her, my boy, and a strange man all together in one image. Like like that's his new family. Do you understand what I'm saying? She fucking deleted me out of my own boy's life and brought this fucking strange man and fucking started taking pictures of them all together and then putting them on Facebook. And it was an attempt to make me jealous. And I wasn't jealous, I was absolutely horrified that this woman would do such a thing. Absolutely horrified. Can you imagine? We hadn't even split up, man, and she's got this other man in her fucking bed shagging him, and she's got this other man in a fucking photograph of my boy, and they're all taking a picture together like they're one happy family, and they fucking cancelled me, the real father, out of his life. How dare she do that? That's one thing she done. But I tell you, there's a lot of other things she's done as well. She's a liar. Complete and utter liar. This family court situation is terrible right now, by the way, because see, abusers, you see, you apply for a C100 form to see your son, and your ex-partner's an abuser. They're going to drag you through the court, and by the way, they won't give them legal aid. I mean, it's not as if she can afford a lawyer. Who can afford a lawyer? Who can afford a lawyer? Who's going to give these cretins any kind of money at all, anyway? They're little cretins, so they are. They protect evil. So they do. These fucking lawyers, who do they think they are? Somebody's got to fucking defend the guilty, yeah? Aye, but guess what? See, when you try and defend yourself, you need to get legal aid. And see, to get legal aid, there needs to be some type of abuse that's happened in the fucking relationship. And so you can get a relationship that's just been arguments and just petty things, no type of abuse whatsoever. But then see, to get legal aid, she'll claim that there was abuse, or there was abuse on her part towards me. Plenty of that. And so, see, in order for Lisa to get any type of legal aid, she's had to claim domestic violence. Otherwise, how that's what they've done. They've scrapped legal aid since 2014 in the UK. Scrapped it. You can't get legal aid to protect your children now. And so basically you've got to claim some kind of abuse. Some type of domestic abuse in your relationship. It's fucking hideous and insane. Yeah, basically, children are not getting protected, man. I mean, here, the mother of my son is an abuser. The courts are abusers. The lawyers are abusers. We live in an abusive world, man. So we do. Anyway, I really want to talk about that at length, in detail at some point. Then I will. And I tell you right now, what she's doing, she's trying to get an order just try and stop me from even getting any updates about my son. So she's trying to get an order to stop me from getting any updates about him, so that I won't even have any updates about my boy for 6 months. She's trying to get 6 monthly intervals of me getting any updates about my son, which is absolutely horrendous. This woman is an abuser. Everybody knows she's an abuser. The whole family knows what she's like. She's a liar and she's an abuser. She's the most horrendous abuser I've ever met in my life. I thought the people in my family were bad, but this woman is absolutely horrendous. She's her true colours have really come out, you know. I mean, your true colours have really come out, haven't they? Do you think you can hide it? You got a mask or something? Because you think you can hide your truth. You gotta put that mask on. Aye, put your mask on. Aye, you beastie people, put your fucking masks on. Aye, put your smiles on. Put your fucking face on. Aye, because we can see you. Big eyes in the sky, fucking see you. Oh, you beasts, we fucking see you. We fucking see you. We see your heart as well. Anyway, so we're down here. As I've got this hearing on Monday and Tuesday, 2-day fucking circus. They're gonna throw fucking lies and faceless accusations against me. These fucking liars. 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 They're lying. And I tell you why she's lying. To get legal aid. You can't get legal aid unless you lie. Right, so what can I do? My boy is being abused, man, by his mother. My boy is being abused by his mother. Man, I heard she was sucking his blood. She know what else she's sucking? His fucking life. Know what else she's sucking out of him? His father's, well, is his father? She's not taking anything from me. You kidding? I'm fucking growing and fucking expanding through all of this, man. I'm thriving, I'm glowing here. I use all of this to my advantage, mate. So I am. Did I fucking look diminished through all this? I'm still growing. You're not going to stop me from doing anything I've come here to do. Do you understand? I'm growing here. You're degenerating. You're a degenerate. You people, all you do is degenerate. And you sharpen us, but you degenerate yourselves, man. It's like they sacrifice themselves for us. You know? Because they try to attack you in multiple different ways. And all they do is make you stronger. I'm sitting here with like the full armour of God. I've got the full armour of God through this fucking shit, man. I've had to. And I'm thinking anybody in the same position either makes you or breaks you. Hey, I'm not broken. I'm nowhere near broken. I mean, what exactly? I mean, I know she watches my videos as well. Like, what exactly are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to diminish me, or are you trying to attack your own son? Are you trying to? Let me tell you. See, the only person you're harming here is your own son. The only person you're affecting right now is Logan. I know there's probably other people in my family that watch my videos. You know, how yous doing? Yous okay? How are yous? I shouldn't press that button too quick. You know, there's decent people out there. But there's also a lot of deviant people out there. Right? And see, the decent people, we know each other. How are you doing? We're one mind. We're one mind The Christ mind. We're one mind. You see it up there? We've seen it. We've seen it, man. We're one mind, mate. We're the Christ mind. Who are you? You're child abusers. That's who you are. You're one beastie mind. One Christ mind. Which one are you, mate? Which one are you? Aye. Maybe you want to think about that one, yeah? Because see, when you're keeping your own son away from a perfectly fit and able, caring, loving man like myself, talented man, talented, inspiring man like me, myself. See, when you're keeping my son away from me, guess what? You're not exactly helping that boy, are you? Are you helping his future? You know that. I mean, I'm speaking directly to whoever's fucking doing this to me right now, and to my son. What are you keeping away from my boy? You're keeping away everything I've got for him. You're keeping me away from my son. For what? Because you're a selfish, irresponsible person, that's why. Selfish and irresponsible. I mean, I've got a conscience. I've got a clear conscience. I'll tell you right now, that wouldn't have happened if my conscience was any kind of marred by anything I've done. I'm telling you would not have seen that if I had any kind of fucking unclean conscience. You would not have seen that. No, because it's all clear and clean here. I've got a clean, pure conscience, me. I've no hurt anyone, I've no abused anyone. Right, so that's us. That's us. But see, you people, you abusers, you're guilty, man. You're guilty people. You're a fucking bunch of guilty little people, by the way. Oh, you abusers out there. You walk about with a mask, man, because you can't be yourself, because you're guilty. You're guilt-ridden. Aren't you? You can't even put yourself on camera because you're guilt-ridden. We can see it. And by the way, see this woman? She hates cameras. She hates mirrors. She loathes herself, which is actually very, very disturbing, by the way. See this woman, Lisa White? She loathes herself. She loathes herself. She hates herself. She can't look in the mirror. She hides from, every time you get a camera out, she gets angry. She gets actually fucking angry when you get a camera out. That's how much she hates herself. You take a picture and she's in it, she's like, oh, fucking delete it. Fucking delete it. She hates herself. Do you understand what that means? When she hates her physical image. She hates herself. I mean, how harmful is that around children if you hate yourself? What are you giving to my boy? You're giving to my boy a lot of fucking mental problems, are you? Because you hate yourself. You're going to pass that on to my son. You monster. You hideous little child-abusing monster. You're an abuser in general. By the way, you're in a child-abusing territory now. Because you've taken a perfectly fit and able father away from that boy. So you have. You've lied about him in court. By the way, she's having to go into courtroom with a lot of lies. And guess what? She's got out of even facing me with her lies. She's got some kind of like a little room that she's going to go into. And basically bear false witness against myself through a fucking screen. This liar. They've got special conditions for this liar now. She's got special conditions because she's accusing me of domestic violence when it was her. She was slapping me across the face. I've never been violent to a woman in my life. She's accusing me of domestic violence. She's accusing me. She's fucking lying about me in court, man, to destroy my son. She's accusing me of things that never happened. She's a guilt-ridden little liar. She's a known liar. Even people like members of the public were saying to me, you know, there's something about this. You want to watch her? I tell you, I wish I had have listened to you. I wish I'd have listened to you, man. Because do you know what? This woman is fucking off the charts, man. She's trying to... Is she fucking some kind of... She's trying to consume her own child. She's trying to consume her own child. There's a lot of that going on. There's a fucking lot of that going on, by the way. Telling you, there's a lot of that going on. A lot of abuse going on right now. And see, these abusers, they like to point the finger at people. Abusers, they like to project who they are onto people. These abusers, if you've noticed that. I mean, I live my life. I live my life without a mask, right? But see, these people, they put a mask on every single day. They cannot be real. They cannot be real. They cannot be authentic. They cannot be themselves. They're actors. She's an actor. These people are, because I know a few of them. These abusive people. They're all the same. Narcissistic, self-loathing, superficial, fraudulent, and inauthentic frauds. They're all liars and they all talk a lot of shit, and they're a bunch of fakes as well. Bunch of little fakes and frauds, man. They live amongst us. You watch out for them. I tell you, most people are decent, but I've had a really bad experience with abusers in my family. Really bad experience, so I have. And one of them, my ex-partner, the mother of my son, has turned into an abuser. She's turned into an abuser. We used to love each other. We used to love each other, man. Her love has turned cold, man. She has really... She was getting loads of jealous and all that. But anyway, what I want to talk about, right, is how they've not got any clarity of thought. They can't get any they've not got any conscience, right? They can't get any conscience. They've not got any... Their consciousness is absolutely destroyed, man. Because they're guilt-ridden. See, because they know that they're guilt-ridden. They cannot have consciousness. They cannot self-reflect. They've not got the ability to self-reflect. Their stormy waters can never be calmed. They can never look at themselves. They can't even look at their stormy waters in the first place. They can't even look at the stormy waters and calm it down. And so it's calm on the surface, and then they can self-reflect and like look at what's happened in their life and look at themselves. They can't look at themselves, so they can't reflect on themselves because they're completely guilty, because their waters are contaminated. Their spirit is contaminated, completely distorted through their lies, and they're guilty. They're guilty people, and you can see it on their face, man. I tell you, you can spot a lot. I'm telling you, everybody is psychic in this world. Every single body in this world, we're all one people, man. We're all one people. We can all read each other's mind. We're all telepathic. Who told you that? It's some fucking obscure thing. Everybody's telepathic. Let me tell you, we all know when somebody's lying. We all know. I'll tell you, if I got this woman in front of you right now, you would see it in her face because she's a liar. You would see it. You would see it, right? Anyway, these people, they can't get any form of clear clarity. They can't get any clarity. They're not conscious. They're not conscious. They can't even get conscious because they're corrupted. They're corrupted. The waters are tainted, man. They're really tainted. She's tainted. And so they basically got to put on a mask and act from then on in, because they've basically got to hide their crimes. They're criminals. They're criminals. Liars, abusers and criminals. They've basically got to run around hiding themselves, forever hiding themselves, because they're criminals. So they are. These people that are in society that have done bad things, and they try and hide it. You know? they've betrayed people. They've betrayed their own family. They've betrayed people that love them. And ultimately, they betray themselves, ultimately. And that's the most sad part about it, you know. Because they betray themselves and they betray their own family. I mean, big time. I tell you what. See, Lisa does not understand that this little boy is he's a life. He's an understanding, like, life. One day he will see everything you've done, and he will see you. I mean, she's trying to put on a mask, and she's trying to, like, she's basically trying to destroy his life. This woman, Lisa White, she's trying to destroy her son's life, and she's parading around down in Newcastle like she's the bestest mother in the world. How and I mean, how is that even possible? She's living a fake life down there because she's keeping her son away from his perfectly fit and able father. Can you see that? And she's running around with a mask on because, hey, they run around with masks on, these people. Let me tell you, does it sound like I know a lot about these people? I tell you, it does, right? It does. It is. That is the case. I'll tell you why. Because my mother's one of them. You know? That's another story. My mother's involved in all of this, so she is. My mother is a meddling, manipulative woman, man. Unfortunately, that's my family. This is worse than that. My family are fucking absolute fucking not very close. They're absolute, like, they just want to destroy each other. See my family. They want to meddle in each other's business and just destroy each other's family. So they do. The truth will come out. The truth will come out. What are you going to do about it? We are the people. We're one mind. We are one lie. One lie. We're one mind. And we might be of one mind, but we're all individuals. See, these people, they're all one mind, but they're all the same. Because they lie, they abuse, they cheat, they hate. There's nothing unique about them. They are not unique in any way. Right? Then again, let me tell you about these people. They need our prayers. You got different levels of these people. I'll tell you, see the level that my families are. They're like 10 out of 10 beastie abusers, man. Beastie abusers in my family. 10 out of 10. I mean, I've forgiven them. I can't go around with hate in my heart, and I can't go around with hate in my heart through all of this. I won't allow these people to taint my heart. I've not got no hate in my heart, I tell you, towards these people, and that's what they try and do. They try to fill you full of hate, and try and distort you and try to destroy your future, really. And I'm telling you, see, the reason why they're going after my son is probably to affect my future in some way. But that's not going to happen either. And I'm prepared for anything. I'm prepared for anything, me. Anything. I'm prepared for the worst. I'm prepared for them to I mean, by the way, see Kafkas. These fucking Kafkas cunts. This fucker, man, this fucker, right, done a fucking Section 7 report on me. She's came back saying that she does not recommend Logan spend any time with me. How fucking dare this cunt say that? How dare you say that, you horrible, nasty, child abusing person? Kafkas are child abusers. They're absolute fucking scum. Fucking Kafkas, man. They came back and said that I should not get recommended to spend any time with my son. Even how the fuck can they even say anything like that? You child abusing scumbags. You child abusing scumbags. Look at Kafkas. Look at the logo. Look at the logo. You fucking beastie child abusing scum. I'm telling you, look at the logo. The logo is, see the Kafkas's logo? It's just children. No parents. No parents, just children. Because they want to try, anytime a parent falls into this trap, where you get, right, into this family court trap, they want to steal your children from you. They're child snatching beastie motherfuckers. Child snatchers. The courts are child snatchers. Do you understand? And they've got Kafkas are fucking they've got the nets. They walk about and you know that film where they fucking kidnap children, snatch them. They're snatching children from families. They get caught up in family court situations. They're snatching children. Right? The child snatchers. That's Kafkas for you. So they're a bunch of idiots and they call themselves professional. Professional. How the fuck are you professional? You're a beastie organisation. So you all save the children, because if you're unfortunate enough to get caught up in this family court trap, they want to take your kids from you. And they're threatening to never let me see my boy again. What the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I ever done? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing that warrants any of this anyway. Nasty, nasty people, man. Nasty people. Telling you, see the best of the best. We've got the worst of the worst around us, man. We're the best of the best, man. We've got the worst of the worst around us. Trying to affect our families. So we'll see what happens, but I'm prepared for anything. I'm prepared for anything. You know? They're trying never to let me see my son ever again. Ever again. Right? They try to make out that I'm some kind of villain. And that she's the fucking damsel in distress. That I'm the evil fucking villain. Right? Apparently I'm the villain and she's the angel fucking on the cloud. On the cloud, playing the harp. And I'm the fucking devil here. Apparently. And she's the angelic little angel on a cloud. Playing a little harp. And apparently I'm the villain. In their little fantasy land. Because they twist things around, you know. Evil. Completely badness. But I mean, see all this darkness that's around me, man. Has given me the opportunities to grow. So it has, and I mean, here I've not shrunk. Here I'm not shrunk ever. So I mean, I wanted to talk about like consciousness, because I mean, see these people, they've not got any. They can't have any consciousness because they're guilty. And I mean, see me. See me and my consciousness. I mean, I would not be able to like be so clear and do the things that I do. You know, and contact the places I can and be connected to the world I am connected to, and have the Lord in my heart. If I was full of guilt and had any type of like tainted consciousness, like if I lied, if I was being deceitful, I'm none of them. I'm clean, man. I'm clean and pure. I need to stop pressing that button, man, because it freaking it cuts the audio. So I can reflect. I can self-reflect, right? I can contact my source. I can communicate with the Lord. I can communicate with the Lord. I can communicate with the world. I can communicate with the universe, because I've not tainted myself through lies and deceitfulness. Do you understand? And I'm telling you, see, if I was half of the person that these people are making me out to be, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I'm able to do. You would not have seen the big freaking eye in the sky. You would not have seen a portal open up in the top of Ben Lomond. If I had all this, if I was the deceitful person, you wouldn't have seen any of that. You wouldn't have seen any of it at all. Right? Because I mean, I've calmed my waters. I'm able to self-reflect. You see that water there? See when it's calm? You could reflect. You can look at, you can have things reflect in it. When it's calm and still. But see if your waters are all stormy and you've not sorted yourself out, you can't really reflect on anything. You know, because the spirit is like water. If you've got a noisy spirit, then you can't really have any kind of self-reflection. You can't really go deep into your consciousness and all that kind of thing. But and I mean, I really just want to emphasise the fact that if I was this deceitful fucking person that they're trying to make me out to be, I wouldn't be able to do the things I would do. I wouldn't be able to do the things I fucking do, man. Yeah, I won't be able to do any of these things, would I? If I was this villain that they're trying to make me out to be. They completely they try and twist you, so they do. They try and twist you, and I'm telling you, they're trying. And they're pathetic, man, so they are. They're pathetic. I mean, all they're doing is allowing me to put on the full armour of God. I'm telling you, man, I've got it. I'm getting there. I've survived all this, I've withstood all this. In fact, wow, did I just spin that around by swiping on the screen there? Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Wow. I mean, people who are guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not got a guilty conscience. What have I got to be guilty about? Eh? I've done nothing wrong. Do you understand? I wouldn't be able to have this clarity and have this much power and have this much consciousness if I was guilty of anything. I don't know what these people are trying to make me out to be, some kind of villain, man. So they are. And it's actually just a tiny like part of my life, but it's a part of my life that they're really I mean, any time that they can try and twist you, these courts, they can get you into their courtroom and fucking try and twist you. Then you can get your abusers to help them to try and twist your image. All it does is just strengthen you, because you're having to withstand a lot of like distortions getting thrown at you. And all it does is all it does is just cement and solidify who you really are, because you're really having to look at yourself like twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Anyway, I'm getting a sore wrist holding this phone up, so I'm going to walk back. I just wanted to come up here and to speak my mind. I didn't have anything to speak about. It's just, do you think it's really bad? Do you think it's really bad right now that this is taking up all my time? Well, it's not. Let me tell you, it's not. It's just what's going on in my life right now. I mean, I'm still busy. I'm still writing. I'm still making music. I'm still making art. I'm still researching. A lot of researching, and I'm still growing. And I'm spiritually expanding as well. I'm having a huge spiritual awakening as well. That's not stopped. It's not going to stop. All these things that happen to us is just reasons to grow stronger. It's just the reasons to grow stronger, you know. It's just challenges to yeah, they just make you stronger. I'm telling you what, I've not been weakened by all of this. And I mean, you would think all the fucking lies that are thrown at me, and the fact that I might not ever get to see my son again. That's how bad it is. You would think maybe I would be depressed about it. I'm not. I'm not. I'm taking everything as it comes, and I'm willing and ready to endure anything that life has got to throw at me. You know, they try to take my son from me. Fucking do what you fucking want. Here, I'm not going to think it's going to stop me. Think it's going to stop me in anything I'm going to do in this lifetime? Doubt it. Doubt it, man, because I won that battle. I wrestled that angel. Yeah, no, well, I won, mate. You know, I've wrestled that devil as well, and that battle is still ongoing because she's dragging me through the court. Well, actually, I applied for a C100 form, and she objected to it. So it's not like she's dragging me through the court. I applied to the court to get to see my son. So let's just walk around here. I'm going to walk around there, then walk back, then just upload this to YouTube, and hopefully the audio is a bit better. You know, I mean, like what I was saying last time about you need to be strong for the collective. I think each one of us is getting tested to the absolute maximum. We're being tested. I tell you, I've not failed, because we're pillars of light in this world, man. We're pillars, we're foundational stones, man. We're gonna hold up the new world. We're like the standing stones for the new temple that's getting built here. It's getting built. Let's do this. And what was it? So see, we are core features in this, right? And we need to be strong. We're leaders. We're leaders. We're core features in this thing. We're core. What do you call it? Like fonts. Would you call that like founding stones? Foundations. Aye, like we're foundations in this world, and we're getting built up to be very, very strong. Right, all leaders out there know what I'm talking about. We're all getting built up to be very strong in this, because we're at the core of this new world. And see all these little people who are trying to throw petty things, and all your accusers and your abusers, they're all there helping as well, because even the other side knows, you know the other side, the shadows that are here right now, because the other side is like alive. You see it, you hear it. The other side is communicating, is helping as well, in its own strange way. The other side is helping. So thanks for the help. I love you so much, all of you. They're all helping. They're all helping in their own strange way, you know. You get the dark and the light, and then you get the dark and the light. They're not that separate, you know. You got people who are helping people. And we're just all helping each other in our own strange way. I mean, the birds are helping. The birds are helping as well. Okay? The birds, the animals, everyone. Everyone's all helping. Actually, let's go back this way, because we're in very, very strange times right now. I don't know if you've realised that we're in very, very strange times. We're in very amazing times at the same time. And basically there's a real like global power that's growing in the world right now. There's a global power, superpowers. There's a superpower that's growing right now, man, and it's in us. It's in us, and it's coming. It's coming, man, it's here. You know it's here. You know it, you believe it. Do you believe it? Have you seen it? It's here. We all need to encourage it and see it. Or are you just going to ignore it and call it false and say that it's not real? Because if you do that, then you're not on board, are you? There's a real, like, nature, super nature that's growing inside of people, man, right now. If you know anything about the times that we're living in right now, we're in very significant times where things are coming to a head. You know? But it's starting to show itself in our minds and in our hearts. The battles that we face, the battles within ourselves as well. The battles that we're having to face within ourselves is showing us something too. You know, we've all got our angels and our devils to wrestle with, you know. And I think if you've wrestled with your devils, and if you've done the inner work, then you realise that the obstacles that we face in our life are there for a specific reason, and that our life has basically been set out before us, before we were born, you know. This is a bit strange, really. I mean, you have got free will. I mean, I could go this way, I could go that way, I could go that way, I could go that way. You've got free will, but our lives are like are moulded. Our lives are like destined to be us to go in a specific place, in a specific direction. I mean, basically, I mean, there's other things I want to speak about before I close this video. And one of them is you know, that the glowing symbol I seen in my forehead. Let's talk about that for a second. Because I mean, I've done a bit of studying, you know, and have you heard about the seal of God? The seal of God, that people get sealed in their foreheads. I didn't know. I didn't really know about that until after. You got the mark of God and you got the mark of the beast as well. Yeah, there's a bit of a debate as to what the mark of the beast is exactly, you know. But it's supposed to be in opposition to the mark of God. Anyway, I mean, I didn't really know about all of this thing, man. I mean, until I've done some research about symbols on the forehead and all that, because and you see it a lot in popular culture these days. You see it. Have you seen anything have you seen any things in popular culture about glowing symbols on people's heads? It's all coming from us, because we're leading the way, man. We always do. We set global trends. Global trends follow us. Anyway, it's fucking insane, isn't it? So, by the way, right, I seen a glowing Star of David in my forehead. I wanted to actually speak about this, if I could see the screen. I'll get some good lighting on this. I can't see the screen. I can't see the screen. How is this lighting? So, I was in my room in the hospital, and I was starting to see a glowing symbol in my mind, in my mind's eye, right here. And I was spending a lot of time touching the grass and all that. I started to see a glowing symbol in my mind. In my mind. Can I turn the brightness up? Hold on. Oh, there you go. I just turned the brightness up because I can't see the screen. So while I was in the hospital, I started to see a glowing symbol in my mind. It just started to appear. At first I didn't notice it. And then it started to because it's hard to explain. Because at first I started to see something like it was really bright. I'm gonna speak about exactly what it is, right? I started to see this glowing symbol right here in my vision, right there. Right there. Star of David, glowing. Seal of God, right? In my forehead. Do you understand? Then I've never thought I would be speaking about anything like this, man. Wow. And so it was happening for a couple of days, actually, right? Actually, it was around the 17th of April last year. So I started to see this glowing symbol in my mind, just to hear. So what? I was in my room, you know, I was reading the Emerald Tablets and wrestling with angels, apparently. And I won. So I was sitting in, I started to see it in my mind. So I decided to go in the bed and sit in the bed. I went to sit in the bed and just to look at this thing, right? Because I just wanted to look at it. So I've sat in the bed and just looked into my mind. I had my eyes open. And I started to see this incredibly bright and radiant Star of David. Incredible brightness coming from it. And so I started looking at it, and then my attention drew me into the middle of it, so it did. As I started to look at this Star of David that was here, my attention drew me to the centre of it. And I started to see an eye. Right? And I'm like, whoa, what? This is all with my eyes open. Right? And I closed my eyes as well, and I looked at it really closely, but I could see better with my eyes open, which is very strange. I could see better with my eyes open. So I started to look at this thing when I was on the bed. Like looking at it, look all around. And so I was looking at the Star of David, okay, first. I'll tell you what happened. Stiff arm holding this phone up. So I've started to look at the symbol, the glowing, it was incredibly bright, you know, symbol. And then it's drew me into the middle of it for some reason. And I'm looking into the middle of it and I'm starting to see a single eye looking back at me. Okay, so I'm sitting on this, and by the way, at this point I was on the bed with my legs crossed. Right, so I was on the bed with my legs crossed, and I've started to look into this centre of the hexagon in the Star of David, and I've started to look into it, and I've seen an eye. One single eye. It was black and white. Right, but it was incredibly radiant, and it had rays coming from it. Had rays all around of it. It was the most brightest yellow. By the way, see the colour of the Star of David was gold. It was a golden colour, golden light. But see, when I looked into the centre of it, and I seen the single eye. That was even brighter than the Star of David was incredibly bright and powerful, and incredibly bright and radiant. But see the centre of it, the eye was glowing, man. It was glowing like this. I got this afterwards, okay? Can you see that? You know, there's a lot of bad press going on around this symbol, you know? You know, you got the Illuminati have fucking, like, used it for, and the whole symbol has been distorted. Anyway, we'll get into that in another video. But see, that's what I saw. Right, see the eye. I seen the eye and it was glowing really hugely, incredibly brightly. The most brightest thing I've ever seen in my life. This golden light. And it was all radiant on the outside. See those rays on the outside? That's what I seen. It was a single eye. I seen that when I was sitting on the bed in a psychiatric ward with my legs crossed. And I've looked and I can see it with my eyes open, man. With my eyes open. I've seen that in my mind, here, right about here, glowing. So apparently, apparently that's some kind of like seal, and apparently when you get that when like angels come down and seal you, when you have been found to be righteous, and when you've got more light in you than dark, right? See, when you've got more light in you than dark, and you suffered a lot of testing, because I've been through a lot of testing, so I have, hell of a lot. Anyway, we'll get into that at another time, you know. It feels a bit strange talking about it. It's just, I mean, I've studied since then about what this possible could be, and apparently it's if you look at the Bible, it said that the people would be sealed in their forehead. They didn't see it said in their forehead, not on the forehead. In the forehead. I seen this thing here, right there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this. I mean, I was watching The Lord of the Rings as well not long ago. You know when what's his name? When Frodo was going up the mountain, and they were quite close to the mountain to destroying the ring, and he was saying like he can see the eye with his eyes open. But he's saying he could see it with his waking eyes. Oh. Man, strange, man. Anyway, I seen it with my waking eyes as well. And nowhere else I've seen it. This eye, I've seen the eye above a mountain down there. I've seen the eye above the mountain. I've got pictures of it, man. You should see the amazing pictures I've got of it. This eye thing keeps appearing everywhere. It's appearing in my work. It's appearing when I'm drawing things freehand. I'm seeing it in my mind, in my mind's eye. I've seen it. Never ever thought anything like that would ever happen to me, you know. And it's quite strange talking about it. It's really, I feel really strange talking about this right now, because I'm like conscious about how out there this is, you know. But this actually happened. It's actually happened to me. I never thought any of this would happen. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that any of this would ever happen. But it has happened, you know, and it's real. And ever since then, a lot of strange things have been happening to me. A lot of strange things, man, every single day. Every day, man, something insane happens. Magic. Miracles happen to me on a daily basis. I don't know what happened to get me here, but it's absolutely off the charts, mate. It's off the charts. How does this even? Could you imagine seeing something like that in your mind? I'm pure blown away right now. I just did not know. But anyway, right? There's a lot of popular culture going on, and you could see this thing happening in popular culture. If you see, I mean, look at Battlefield 2042 right now. They've got, see in the front page, you've got a guy with a symbol here. It's like a tattoo. It's like a glowing tattoo. He's got like some kind of symbol. I seen that the other day and I'm like, wow, man. wow, this really like global trends follow us, man. We're leading the way, you know, and you get to realise that we're secretly leading the way. You know, we're the secret people who are leading the way, man. I mean, see all you liars and abusers, you probably might not even believe it. You don't get the capacity to understand what's going on. You don't know what times you're living in. You're abusing each other, and abusing the world, living in secret, parading around like you're saints. But there's a lot of other things going on at the same time. It's quite insane. So you've got one set of people, and it's a minority actually. You've got one set of people living a lie, and other people we're living in truth. And you got other people who are lying about us. You're gonna lie about me? You're gonna lie about me? You're actually digging your own grave, man. You really are. You're digging your own grave. We've seen you lie about people. Seen you lie about people and be deceitful to other people. You're digging your own grave. Do you not understand that? Because you're living a lie, you're being deceitful. There is a force up there. There's a force up there right now watching, man. Did you not see did you not see that on top of the mountain, no? Did you not see that? Did you not see that the Christ mind? You're being watched. You think nobody's watching you? You think you're living in secret with your lies and your deceit? Mate, you're being watched. You think anybody in this world who thinks you can do things in secret, you're being watched. We're all under the watchful gaze of the Lord. Do you not understand? So I mean, there's people out there who think they can live in secret and be deceitful in secret, and that nobody knows what they're doing. You are destroying yourself, and you're digging your own grave. That's all I'm going to say. So keep going, because you don't understand. They've not got the capacity to understand anything outside themselves, man, because they're selfish. They're selfish. They've not got the capacity to let me tie my lace. They've not got the capacity to understand how their own actions impact themselves. They've not got the capacity to. So let me tie my lace. They've not got the capacity to comprehend like God. They've not got the capacity. They think they live in their own secret world, man. They think they live in their own secret world and that nobody can see them. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, could somebody tell these people that they're being watched by the ever watchful, omnipresent gaze of the Lord and of the universe is watching you? So how can you think that you're operating in secret? I mean, we're all under the omnipresent gaze of the Lord. I don't know how. I mean, I've done a lot of inner work. I've done a lot of work to get myself to this point. A lot of inner work to get myself to this point. But see, these people, they don't do any work at all. We're hard workers, us, you know. We've done some of the hardest work you can ever imagine. So we have, to get to this point. We're hard workers, us. We've done a lot of hard work and a lot of inner work. You breathe. inner work, you know. It's my eyes puffy. You've done a lot of inner work. I mean, I'm not going to like explain it to you because I can't be bothered. So my arm's getting tired here. So basically, what else could I talk about? What else could I talk about here? How about the fact that you're being watched? How about the fact that you're being watched and nothing you do is in secret? How about that? Nothing you do is in secret. You do things behind closed doors, you think that's it? No. They can see through doors. They can see through doors, they can see through your walls, they can see through your heart, they can see in your heart, they can see through your mind, they can read you like a book. Yeah, it's not a very good book sometimes. So. Anyway. I mean, you wouldn't believe. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. You wouldn't believe how real this, the other side is. Most people can only see the ground below their feet, the nose in front of their face, man. They cannot comprehend how we're basically living in a fishbowl. And I don't like to call ourselves fish, but if you look at it like that in an analogy, it's an analogy, mate. It's an analogy. So we live in a fishbowl. It's transparent glass. We live in clear water, and everything we do, think, feel is being seen and is being heard. So never, you shouldn't anyway, I mean you can if you want, but you shouldn't think that anything you do is in secret. And don't ever think that see when you're lying about someone, don't ever think that the universe doesn't know your heart. They know your heart, man, I'm telling you. They can see right through you. And they can see right through your mask as well. So if you're living in deceit and nastiness, and you think you're getting away with it, and you think you've got everybody thinking you're a little angel, and that everybody else is a fucking devil, and if you're thinking you've got away with it, you have not got a clue about the world that you live in. You have not got a clue. You think you've got it all worked out, have you? You're living in an open world, man. Everything you do, everything you've ever intended is being seen, is being recorded. Your whole life is getting recorded and will get played back to you. So you will see what you've done at the end when you get a life review and you have to go over everything you've done. Okay? So I'm to tell you, you will have to answer for your crimes at some point. So I just wanted to say that, because a lot of people think that they're living in secret, and that people think that they're the only person in the world, you know, like there's nobody around them, and that they go in their sanctuary behind their closed doors and close the doors, and like nobody knows what they're doing. I mean, what planet do you live on? Exactly. What planet do you live on? Because you don't live on this one. You live on your own selfish planet. It's fucking hilarious, mate. I'm in stitches here. Hilarious. Absolutely. So, we're coming up to the 2 hour mark. I hope I've made myself clear. Also, It will become clearer. It will become clearer and clearer and clearer. And I will get clearer as well. If we've not got clearer over time, we will get clearer. Just to make sure that we've got across what we need to get across. I feel like I mean, wow, like that's the one of the main issues with people. We've got a lot of stuff stuck inside and we can't get it across. I think I should have went up the other way because there's a bit of a wind here. But hey, at least it wasn't as bad as the last video, because the last video was horrendous with the sound quality. And I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm going through like a really difficult time right now with this family court, and I've still find the time to make videos and speak my mind. I still find the time to make videos and to tell people that we love you. We love you, right? And we've forgiven people. We've not got any hate in our heart. We've forgiven people. But we're not going to like go and see, oh, how you doing? Oh, I forgive you, I love you so much. No, we forgive you, but we're going to take nothing to do with you. Do you understand? Are you fucking kidding? That's what you do. That's a healthy thing. If you've got people that have psychologically tried to abuse you, you forgive them and you realise that, you know what, they don't know what they do half the time, because it's a fucking stupid, really. I mean, it's quite cold, but they're stupid, man. They don't know what to do. Because if they did, then they would realise that they're really just setting themselves up for a fall. Tell me, see, everybody that lies, people that lie, you're setting yourself up for a fucking fall, by the way. See all you liars out there who have spun webs of lies and deceit, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna snap back in your face, mate. I'm telling you right now, because you built your world in a house of cards and it's gonna collapse all on top of you. It's gonna fall apart. Your foundations are built of sand. You've built your life on a lie. Do you understand? And you're starting your life on a lie. There's people out there who are trying to start a new life, but they're starting it on a lie. Is that any way to start anything? Is it? Is that any way to start anything? And there's people in particular that I'm talking about here. Maybe, I mean, you're starting your new life based on lies and deceit. How long do you think that can stand? Huh? Do you think it's going to stand with your little fraudulent little life that you've got going on? Your fraudulent little lies and your little, like, you know, I'm speaking to someone in particular. Anyway, it's not going to stand, because things that are built on weak foundations will not stand. Anyway. So we are the people. Come on, the people. Come on, the people. Man, show them what you're made of. You know? Show them what you're made of. They want to see who you really are. You show them. Basically, like, just do what you love, you know? Follow what you love and what you enjoy, and it will take you there. Follow your peace and it will take you there, because that's all I done. I mean, I was at peace. I'm a really such calm. I've got such calm heart, mate. I could just be still. I could be so still. Then I followed that, and it's taken me here. I followed my heart, and it took me here. It took me to where I am right now, to the mindset that the mind that I'm living in, the world that I'm living in, the state that I'm living in. It's all taking me to where I am right now. I mean, if you look at what I do, you know, I make music and I make art. We do incredible things for the world. Most of the time our efforts get unnoticed. But see when you're living a true life, you're living the good life and you're spreading the good news, because there's a lot of good news to spread around. There's a lot of good news here that I've got to spread. That's all I'm going to do, you know, spread the good news, because we're starting to live the good life, even though there's people out there who claim that I'm some kind of villain. I'm living the good life, mate. Living the good life. I've stopped smoking. I changed my diet. I'm living the good life. I'm living the good life. You got people who are trying to say that I'm some kind of villain. You know, you guess who the real villains are. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to sign this off. Hi Paul. So I'm going to sign this off. It's been nearly 2 hours. You know, it's a bit, at this time, you know, I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I've got this court case coming up on Monday. Wish me luck, but I'm prepared for the worst. You know, there's nothing that's gonna get in my way of doing what I came here to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Nothing is gonna get in my way. Nothing is gonna get in your way either. Nothing is gonna get in your way. See these obstacles? See, by the time you climb over them, you're stronger, you're faster. You're faster, you're stronger. And you're more than what you did before you had to climb over that obstacle. That's all these things are in our lives. They're obstacles to beat. And you'll end up fitter. You'll end up with a stronger heart because you've had to use it. You'll end up with stronger muscles because you've had to use them to climb over that. You'll end up better off. I'm telling you, these are all obstacles, man. And don't let obstacles get in your way. You know, you climb over them. You could say, like, conquer them. Conquer your obstacles, and conquer any obstacles that's in your path, and just continue doing what you're doing, you know, because I know there's a lot of people out there right now, you know, other Christ mind people, other people in the Christ mind. You got high hopes for you. You really have. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You might not get noticed. You might not feel as if you're being seen, but let me tell you, you are being seen. There's a whole hidden world out here that's projecting your works, and your works are doing great things in the world. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay, signing off till next time. Take care.